Selamat pagi saya ucapkan kepada semua. So kita akan mula. Sekarang jam telah menunjukkan pukul 11.15 pagi. Jadi kita akan sambung. We will start to continue the page 21. Page 21. The next subtopic is multiplication of two matrices. So before this, we have already done the operation of matrices that is involved the additional, subtractions, and also multiplication of the matrix by the scalar, right? That all is quite easier. So for this morning, we will continue. Another subtopic is very important topic, multiplications of two matrices. So this is different from the previous. We have learned the multiplication by the scalar. Means that we only need to multiply the number outside the matrix or outside the bracket inside every element every elements inside the matrices. So that's done, right? But today's we will continue another very important topics, subtopics, multiplication of two matrices. If you look at the notes here, it's page 21. If matrix A has an order of m times n, okay, the first matrix, the order is m times n, n by m, m by n, and the matrix B, we have an order n by b, n by p, n times p. So then the multiplication AB can be performed, and the order of AB is m times p. So how we look at this? So how we know that the two matrices given is, or we call it, can we multiply the two matrices given? So we can do like this. The first matrix, the order is m times n. And then the second one is n times p. Okay. First of all, tengah betul-betul, column of first matrix. We know that all the matrix is row and then by column, right? Okay. So column from the first matrix should be equal to the second matrix, the row of the second matrix. So if these two is equal, that is means that we can do the multiplication of the two matrices given. Okay, I repeat. The column from the first matrix should be same with the row of the second matrix. So lajur daripada matriks pertama nilainya mesti sama dengan baris matriks kedua. Kalau dua nilai ini sama, barulah dua matriks itu boleh didarab, boleh lakukan pendarapan dua matriks tersebut. Dan jawapan kepada dua matriks tersebut, dan answer for the multiplication of the two matrices is the number of row times the number of column. The number of row from the first matrix times the number of column from the second matrix. That's why we our notes says the order of AB is m times p. Itu datang dia. So we can use one of the techniques here. We have a technique here, row call technique. What do you mean by row call technique? Row call technique means row is for the row. Okay, row. Call is for the column. means row times column. Row from the first matrix times the column from the second matrix. So we can do the product, or we can find a product, or we can find a multiplication of two matrices by row from the first matrix and column from the second matrix. Okay, so if you look at the small table here, the matrices is A times B equals to AB. So the order should be from the matrix A should be M times N, and then matrix B is order is N times B. So the N should be same. This one should be same, and then the product of the multiplication should be the row from first matrix times the column from the second matrix. So M times P. So that is the order of multiplication for two matrices. Okay, so now we can look at the example here. AB. If you look at the AB here, first matrix, the order is one row, two column, is it? 1 times 2. And then for the second matrix is how many rows? 2 rows and 1 column. So 2 times 1. So now if we look at the column from the first matrix is equal to the row of the second matrix, is it? Equal. So means that we can say these two matrices can be multiplied each other. Can be multiplied each other. Okay. And then what is our answer for the product? So that is a row from the first matrix multiplied by the column of the second matrix. So 1 times 1. 1 times 1 means 1 row, 1 column. So we only have 1 element. Okay. Also same for the second. If you look at the second, this is 2 rows, 1 column. And this is 1 row, 2 columns. And this is the same. So the answer should be 2 times 2. 2 times 2. 2 times 2 means we have 2 rows, 2 columns. 1, 2, 2 rows. Column, 1, 2, 2 column. So means that we have 4 elements inside our answer. Okay, so that is a basic concept first. Okay, next we go to the example. We go to the example. Kenapa example 13? Sekejap. Okay. Example 13. All right, it's okay. Example 13. It is given that the matrix C equals to 8, 3 and the matrix D equals to 1, 2, negative 2, 5. Determine whether the multiplication CD and DC can be performed. If yes, state the order of the product of the matrices. Okay, first of all, we look at the CD. Okay, so CD. Okay, CD. C multiplied by D. So means that the C is 8, 3 multiplied by the D 1, 2, negative 2, 5. Okay, first of all, we look at the order. For the order of the matrix C is 2 rows, 1 column. So 2 times 1. And then we look at the second matrix, that is the D. How many rows? 2 rows, 2 column. 2 rows, 2 column. And then if we look at this example CD, the column of the first matrix should be same with the row of the second matrix, right? But now if we look at this example, they are not same. The first one is a 1, the second one is 2. So means that these two matrices cannot be multiplied each other. So maksudnya dua matrix ini CD ini, C darab D tidak jadi. Tidak jadi. Tidak jadi apa maksudnya? Tidak boleh darab satu sama lain C dengan D. C darab D tak jadi. Tak boleh ya. So tak boleh lah, tak perlu lah, tak boleh darab. And then we go to the DC, another one. DC. Maybe you will say, CD, DC same or tidak. Dalam penterapan dua matrix, multiplication of two matrices, CD most of the time is not equals to DC. So now D first, 1, 2, -2, 5. Okay, multiply by the matrix C is 8, 3. Okay, now we state the order of each matrices. This is 2 times 2. This is 2 times 1. And then we have look at here. Oh, this is 2, 2, same, right? Same. So it means that these two matrices D times C is can be done lah, boleh dibuat. So what is our order of the product? So order of product is 2 times 1. 2 times 1. So maybe you can draw two rows, one column. 2 rows, one column lah, like this. 1, 2 rows, one column. 2 times 1. Yeah. So the answer should be like this. Means our answer should be one upstairs, one down there. Atas satu, bawah satu. Dua nilai saja di situ. So itu cara kita mengenal pasti bolehkah dua matriks itu didarab. Kalau dia boleh didarab, apakah peringkat dia? Kerana peringkat itu boleh memberitahu kita berapa unsur di dalam matriks jawapan itu. Okay, itu contoh 13, example 13. So that's all. So CD, no. DC, yes. And then what is the order of the product of the matrix for the DC? 2 times 1. 2 times 1. Okay, so that is already answered the questions. Okay. So can you follow? Saya tengok sekejap kehadiran. We only have 13. We suppose have 15, right? 13, Alia, Clarissa, Dayang, Ilina, Evelyn, Gloria, Jen, Nur Shafika, Rooney, Rosiana, Stephanie, Shafika, Wilson. Just now, siapa yang maklum saya dia akan lambat sikit? Rooney kata dia lambat sikit. Tapi dia sudah ada di sini. So di sini yang tidak ada ialah Joseph, and another one is siapa? Another one, Alia. Siapa satu lagi ya? Nazim, yes, thank you, Diana. So we have 2 students absent for this morning. Joseph and Nazim, I don't know why. I hope that dia orang boleh berikan penjelasan kepada saya kenapa mereka tidak dapat join. If you cannot join, please tell me why, the reason. If most of you cannot join, maybe we can change to the other times. So jangan tidak hadir sesuka hati. Kita boleh bincang. Kalau ada masalah, ada apa-apa masalah tidak dapat, tolonglah maklum kepada saya. Maklum kepada saya. Kalau munasabah memang bolehlah kan. Tapi kalau dia tidak munasabah, reason itu saya tak akan terima lah. Okay, example 14. You are given the matrix A 2, 3, 1, 5 and the matrix B 6, -7, -2, 1. Calculate the AB. Okay, so if the question already asks you to do the calculations, mean that the two matrices can be multiply each other lah. Tidak perlu kita argue lagi lah, memang boleh didarab. Tapi bagaimana didarab? How? Okay, so first of all, we write down first the AB. Okay, the matrix AB is equals to the matrix A. First, we need to follow the order. 2, 3, 1, 5. Multiply the matrix B, 6, -7, -2, 1. Okay, so what is the answer? All right. Okay, so actually if we look at this matrix, The first one is 2 times 2, is it? 2 times 2. 2 times 2. The second one also 2 times 2. So the row of the column of the first matrix is equal to the row of the second matrix. So that means that we can do the multiplication, but that is already not very important because what? Because we already know that these two matrices maybe can be multiply each other. But now what we want to know is how to get the product. And then what is the product? The order of the product. Order of the product is 2 times 2. So it means that our answer should be have 2 rows, 2 column. 2 rows, 2 column. Means that we have 4 elements inside our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the arrangement. It's the product's arrangement. So susunan ini tidak boleh ubah. Dia atas 2, bawah 2, mestilah ikut atas 2, bawah 2. Walaupun ada 4 jawapan, kalau awak tulis 1, 2, 3, 4 macam ini, salah. Kalau awak buat macam ini 4 pun salah. Sebab itu punya peringkat, order sudah lain. The order already different. Our order should be 2 times 2, means 2 rows, 2 column. Even though all this is 4 elements inside the matrix, right? So we only can accept 2 rows, 2 column. Okay, now I will show it to you. Row call technique. Row call technique. Okay, for the row call technique, we need to do a cross. We need to do a cross. Okay, this is a cross, is it? Okay, and then for the first matrix, first matrix, you copy down on the left side. On the left side, and then below the left side. Okay, this is a first matrix. Maybe we can call this is a quadrant 3. Quadrant 3. This is a quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. We do it as a cross, and then we do the we write down the quadrant. Yes, siapa yang angkat tangan? Any questions? Tidak ada. Okay. Ready? Okay. So this is a third column, not third column, sorry, third quadrant. So first matrix we put inside the third quadrant, 2, 3, 1, 5. And then the second matrix we put inside the first quadrant. That is a 6, -7, -2, 1. And this is a second matrix. So remember the first matrix on the quadrant 3, and then the second matrix on the quadrant 1. Mesti ikut susunan sebegini. Baru dia betul. Okay, so I will erase the 3, 4 first so that it will not kacau kita. All right. So now, how to do the multiplications? Okay, so first matrix we do the row. We do the row. First matrix, how many rows? 2 rows. So you do like this, 2 rows. Okay. And then second matrix, we do column. Just now we say that the order is a number of row from the first matrix and the number of column from the second matrix, is it? So now, first matrix, we have 2 rows. And then for the second matrix, we have 2 columns. Okay. After that, we can draw how many circles here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 intersection. So means that our answer is 2 times 2. 2 rows, 2 column. 2 rows, 2 column. Okay, now, okay, we want to do the calculations already. Okay, this one I erase first. Okay, for the first one, first elements here 1 1, 1 1, elements 1 1. Okay, this one 1 1. How we do the calculations, how we do the multiplication. If we look at the first one, I do the shading here. It is the first row and first column, is it? But inside the first row, we have 2 elements. Inside the first column, we also have 2 elements. So how to do the multiplications? Remember like this. We do like this. The first multiply by first. Multiply. Okay, 2 multiply 6. And then second multiply by the second elements. 3 multiply -2. 3 multiply -2. So in between, because all these things 2 times 6 and 3 times -2, all is a calculation under the first element only, or first element only. So how? So how to connect 2 times 6 and 3 times -2? We need to do what we need to do. Alia? Alia? Alia?
Plus.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, me. Plus.
Yeah, we do addition, tambah, plus. Yeah, correct. We do addition. So normally I will circle the addition so that you know that this is addition but not multiply. So this is the way we do the multiplications. 2 times 6, 3 times -2. But some of the time we have more than 2. But some of the time maybe we only have 1. So if only have 1, we just multiply. But this is 2, so we need to do the addition between that. This is for the first elements. Okay, now we do the second elements. We try to do the second elements. Okay, for this one, you look at what I do the shading here for the pink color. For the pink color, this is the first row, second column. First row, second column. So what we can do is the first multiply by the first again. 2 times -7. Also, second multiply by the second element. 3 times 1. 3 times 1. And this one we need to do the addition also, plus. Okay. Okay, so this is for second elements. And then also for the third elements, we continue. Third elements, also the same things like this. Same thing like this. Okay, but now the third element is from second row, first column. Am I right? Second row, first column. So 1 times 6. 1 times 6 plus 5 times -2. 5 times -2. Okay. And the last element, for the last elements, I use maybe this color, yellow color. Okay. For the last element is from second row, second column. Second row, second column. So how we do it? So 1 times, okay, 1 times -7. Okay, plus 5 times 1. Okay, so after this, you just do the addition between the numbers. Okay, so for the first one is 2 times 6 plus 3 times -2 is 6 if you use a calculator. And then second one, 2 times -7 plus 3 times 1 is 11. Sorry, -11. Number 3, 1 times 6 plus 5 times -2, -4. And 1 times negative 7 plus 5 times 1 is negative 2. Okay, so this is our answer, 2 times 2. 2 rows, 2 columns. And all the elements inside there is a 6, negative 11, negative 4, negative 2. One of the number inside the matrix is wrong, everything wrong. Oh? Any questions until now? Anything you want to ask, Clarissa? Clarissa,
No.
can you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Evelyn, can you understand, Evelyn?
Yes.
Okay. So already done for this example. So the answer is already given, 6, negative 11, negative 4, negative 2. So next we go to example 15. Example 15. I don't think so. Example 15. We go to example 15 and 16. We go back here later. We go to the next page. I think this one is first. Okay, questions number 2. Exercise 3, questions number 2. We do the multiplication for this one. Okay. So what is the order for the first matrix, Jen? First matrix 1, 2. Matrix 1, 2. What is the order?
One row, one column. One row, two column.
Yes, correct. 1 row, 2 column. So 1 times 2. And then for the second matrix, Stephanie, what is the order?
2 times 1.
2 times 1. Okay, thank you. And next, Rosiana. Yeah, Rosiana. So can we make the multiplication for these two matrices? Can or not? Can we multiply these two matrices? Yes, because
the two is the same. I don't know.
yeah, because the column from the first matrix and the row from the second matrix are the same, 2, 2. Yeah, so means that these two matrices can be multiplied each other. If can be multiplied, so now what is the order of the product? Order of the product. Nur Shafika.
1 times 1.
Yes, 1 times 1. Yeah, so the product is 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 means 1 rows, 1 column. So if we do the bracket, means we only have 1 element inside there. 1 times 1. Am I right? Am I right, Shafika? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now we can start to do the crosser. If you don't want to use the cross method, yes, you can use your own way, but the answer is correct. Because some of the students, after they already knowing how to do the multiplications, they don't need to do the cross. They can make the multiplication directly. It's okay. Kalau saya pun, saya sebenarnya tak guna cross ini ya, saya boleh darab terus sebab saya sudah tahu bagaimana. So for the moment, maybe we can use the cross method first. So first matrix we put inside which column? Not which column. Which quadrant? First matrix we put inside which quadrant? Now is Wilson.
Third one.
Huh?
Third quadrant.
Yeah, quadrant 3. Yes, 1, 2. And then for the second matrix, we put inside where? Rosiana.
First.
Yeah, first quadrant. Yes, 3, 4. So you need to follow the order of the 3, 4. Because some of the time, the student give the 3, 4 in column, but after they write into the row. Maksud saya, dia bagi 3, 4 macam ini. Tapi tiba-tiba apabila tulis dia jadi 3, 4 macam ini. Dia ingat 2 ini adalah sama, padahal 2 ini adalah totally tidak sama. Itu dia, matrix totally tidak sama di sini sebab bukan kerana sahaja susunan, sebab dia punya peringkat langsung tidak sama, iaitu order. Okay, now we can make the multiplications. Okay, first row, first column. So we only have 1 elements inside there, right? So how to do the multiplication? So first one times first one, second one times second one, and then we do the addition. So there is 1 times 3 plus 2 times 4. So you always remember, if you read the textbook, you read the workbooks and so on, reference book. Normally we didn't circle the plus, but I circle the plus here because most of the time when the student do the addition and multiplication, the sign always are confused. Selalu murid confused, darab dengan tambah. Jadi kalau tambah biasanya saya buat bulat untuk memastikan anda nampak itu ialah tambah bukan darab. Sebenarnya bulat itu tak perlu, tapi kalau tulis pun tidak apalah, yang untuk peringatan sendirilah. And then what is the answer here, Nazim?
15.
Mana awak pergi tadi?
Baru masuk, cikgu.
Baru masuk, kenapa lambat?
Saya ingat pukul 11.30 tadi, cikgu.
Oh, okey. Bukan 15 Berapa belas ini? Jawapan.
11.
Yeah, 11. Yes, correct. Okay, so the answer is 11. Only 1 elements inside the matrix. So your answer is correct. Okay, done. Okay, now we go to the questions number 3. Questions number 3. Okay, so first of all, Rooney, saya tak dengar. Yeah. First matrix. What is the order for the first matrix?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. Second matrix?
2 by 2.
2 by 2. So these two matrices, can we do the multiplication? Can we do the multiplication for these two matrices?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Tak dengar saya. Adakah dia bercakap ni?
Yes, we can multiply.
You can multiply, okay, because the column from the first matrix is equal to the row for the second matrix. Okay, so what is the product? What is the order for the product? Order for the product, we ask the else, another one, Gloria.
1 times 2.
1 times 2. 1 times 2. Okay, so 1 times 2 means how many row, how many column? We have 1 rows, 2 column. So means that our answer should be this one and this one. Jawapan kita dalam satu baris. You tengok, satu baris, 2 lajur. So ada 2 unsur di dalam itu. Yang saya bulat dengan warna pink itu, itulah jawapan kita, susunan dia, kiri kanan. So ini sangat penting, sebab kadang-kadang kita boleh dapat cari jawapan tetapi susunan tak betul. So matrix ini susunan sangat penting. Okay, now we can do the cross. Okay, first matrix, -3, 2 on the third quadrant. Second matrix on the first quadrant, 1, -2, 2, -3. Okay, so we have 1 rows, 2 column. Okay, so we have 2 answer here. 2 elements, not 2 answer, 2 elements inside the matrix. So for the first one, -3 times 1 plus 2 times 2. Okay, so I write here negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 3 times, negative 3 plus 4 is 1. You can direct give the answer. Okay, and then for the second elements, you need to do first time the second, first time first, the first row, second column, negative 3 times negative 2, and 2 times negative 3. So the answer should be 0. So the answer is 1, 0. 1, 0. Am I right, Elena? Am I right? 1 sifar itu betul tak? 1, 0. Elena Sofia.
1 negative 10 eh. Kan?
One negative 10 eh. Mungkin lah. So can you count? Yeah, can you count another time? Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6, right? 6 plus 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 6 plus negative 6. Is it 0? Am I right? 0, right? Betul kah Sifa? Betul kan saya kalau saya silap?
Oh ya, betul.
Ya, belum bangun lagi ni.
Tak,
Ya.
salah tekan calculator. Calculator salah.
Okay, so the answer should be 1, 0. 1, 0. Okay, next. We go to example 4 is something like example 3. The question 4 is something like question 3. So we go to question 5. Question 5. So the else is your exercise today. Your exercise today. So questions number 5. We look at the first metric is 2 rows, 1 column. Second matrix is 1 row, 2 column. So this one is the same, and the product is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 means 2 rows, 2 column. So how many answers here we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 elements. So 4 elements. So now we can start our multiplication. We do the cross first. First column in quadrant 3, 5, negative 2. Second matrix in the quadrant 1, 3, negative 4. Okay, after that, 1, 2. And then ini 1, 2. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 elements. Okay, so now how to find the elements, how to do the multiplications here. Okay, now I can do like this. First one is 5 times 3. Only 5 times 3 Ada lagi kah? Ini yang saya highlight ini, yang merah ini. Ini ialah daripada first row, first column, is it? So 5 times 3 memang tak ada masalah, 5 times 3. Tapi kalau contoh-contoh tadi, kita ada tambah kan? Ini ada tambah tak, Rosiana? Rosiana? Mungkin Rosiana tak dengar saya. Alia? Alia?
Yes, sir.
Ya. Yes, sir. Awak masih mengantuk ke tidur ni? Awak tidur kan?
Tak.
Ha?
Tak, saya tak tidur.
Tapi suara awak macam awak baru bangun dari tidur.
Mana ada.
Okay. So 5 darab 3 tak ada masalah. Tapi tadi, contoh-contoh tadi kan, sebelum kita dapat unsur itu, dia ada hasil tambah daripada satu lagi. Ini ada hasil tambah kan?
Tak ada.
Yes, tak ada. Jadi bukan semua Bukan semua soalan itu mesti kena ada tambah. Kadang-kadang taraf saja sudah selesai. 5 taraf 3, 15. So that for the first answer is 15. Okay, and then the second elements is first row, second column. So 5 times -4, -20. For the third one, okay, now for the third one, belum lagi. For the third one is second row, first column. So second row, first column saya tukar warna. Ini ya, second row, first column ini. -2 times 3, -6. And then for the last one is second row, second column. -2 times -4, 8. So tutup. So some of the time we only need to do multiply, and then no addition need to do, because only involve one. One element times one element, so we don't have addition. So not all the questions have more than one. Some of the time only one. Some of the time you need to do the addition between two. Some of the time you need to do addition until 3. Itu pun ada 3, lagi banyak. So tidak semesti 1 atau 2, kadang-kadang boleh sampai 3. So contoh soalan 5 ini hanya 1. Terus taraf, terus dapat jawapan. Itu sahaja. Yang penting jangan salah taraf tempat. Pertama taraf pertama, pertama taraf kedua, kedua taraf pertama, kedua taraf kedua. So itu kedudukan mesti jelas. Kedudukan mesti jelas. Okay, question number 7. Questions number 7. Alright, questions number 7. This is one of the example. We have many 3 elements in a row. Okay, so first of all, maybe you can write down first. This is 1 row, 3 column, 1 by 3. The second one is 3 rows, 2 column, 3 by 2. So 3 is the same. So means that these two matrices, we can do the multiplications. And then 1 times 2. The answer is 1 times 2. 1 rows, 2 column. This is our answer. 1 times 2, the order. 1 baris, 2 lajur. Okay, so I give you, you do the cross. So I give you the answer is, what is that? 5 minus 4 is 1. And then for the second one is 14. 114. Okay, so 114. Okay, so I think that the else is your exercise for today's. Okay, so I give you the exercise now. Okay, so your exercise is from page 22. Page 22, example 15, example 16. Example 15, example 16, and then continue page 23 or until the question 10. Page 23, all the questions inside the exercise 3. And then page 24, continue. The question 10 is 11 and 12. And then continue also exercise 4. So your exercise is until page 24 today. 24. 24. Okay, so we will continue on this Wednesday. Also, the time is 11:15. Remember, Nazim, not 11:30 or 11:15. Only for this week. Next week, kita atur balik masa. Sebab minggu depan mungkin ada perubahan tertentu lagi. Kerana minggu depan SPM 2020 sudah mula. And then mungkin ada jadual dan sebagainya yang ada perubahan. So, saya tak boleh beritahu awak buku berapa dulu. Tapi for this week, Wednesday, we still do it 11:15 until 12. Actually, I stopped 12 because later on 12:05, 12:05, I will continue another slot for another class. So I need to stop 12. mid-noon lah. Okay, so before we stop here, any questions you want to ask? Hello? Any questions? Okay, so tolong switch on your camera and then we have a proof here. We want to take a photo. Yeah, everybody, hello. Ya, Alia. Oh, bukan tidur, betul lah. Okay, so I believe that tidak lama lagi kita akan berjumpa di sekolah. Memandangkan SPM 2020 akan dilaksanakan minggu hadapan. Jadi saya rasa selagi dia sudah mula, saya rasa tidak lama lagi lah awak akan kembali ya, sekurang-kurangnya untuk Form 5 2021. I think like that. So I hope that we can finish chapter 2. I think we still have 2 slot more. I think we can finish chapter 2. So maybe next week we finish the chapter 2 and then another week we will start the chapter 3 ya. Okay. So di sini siapa lagi yang belum ada? Siapa J? Oh, J is a Jen. Where is a Jen? Hello. Jen? Jen? Mana awak? Okay, so okay, we take the photo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, tunggu sekejap Takut nanti dia tidak ada.